Do not get it twisted. I bought this purely for the health benefits. I got this body pillow, okay, for the benefit it has to sleeping posture and spinal health. That is all. That is the only reason I got this. Top comment gets to decide who goes on the pillow. Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Blue Archive. As always, continuing the story, it's starting to get really good. I've been looking forward to this one. If you haven't seen the last one, the Makeup Work Club were going to take their second official test, but found out last minute that it was changed to be in Gehenna at 3 in the morning, which is when the Gourmet Research Society, who broke out of the Gehenna jail, showed up to save the day and helped guide us into the city. And just as the girls were about to take their second test, a not so mysterious person tipped off to the hot spring department that there was a hot spring right where the girls were taking their test, and they completely blew up everyone's test papers. And that's where we are, episode 12, back to square one. I can't take this anymore! What are we supposed to do? The whole reason we're here is to avoid being expelled, and if we don't put our heads together and figure something out, then we'll all be expelled by this time next week. I think this needs something more than a cliche like put our heads together to solve. What if we thought outside the box instead? Like, let's put our bodies together. How does that sound? Get your mind out of the gutter, you perv, or I'll blow it off your shoulders. Not sure what you were imagining just now, but I could always demonstrate it for you instead. Why don't you come a little closer? Fascinating. I've never seen such effective CQC techniques. I'll remember this for later. However, I would suggest targeting and snapping her joints first. You made too many unnecessary moves with your hands. We're all going to be expelled at this rate. I went to arrange a meeting with Nagisa after that, but couldn't track down where she was. I tried contacting Mika, but even her whereabouts were unknown. Home sweet home again. We thought our time here had come to an end. Yet, here we still are. Life can be very unpredictable. Stop being so wishy-washy. We need to come up with a plan. A top-ranking Tea Party official is gunning for us in case you forgot. We're screwed at this rate. Our third and final exam is in a week, so we still have one last chance. Yes, but we know how far she's willing to stoop to prevent us from even taking it. Our odds aren't looking good. Why is this happening in the first place? What made her so hellbent to expel us? I'm supposed to believe someone here is going to betray Trinity? That doesn't make any sense. I'll never be able to return to the Justice Task Force at this rate. It's my fault. I'm the one who provoked Nagisa. You were sticking up for us. There's nothing to apologize for. I wouldn't have been as nice to that witch if I were in your shoes. Let's not forget we're gonna have to raise our scores to nearly perfect within a week. It's hopeless. I worked so hard just to get a 61. How am I supposed to get my grade even higher? I worked as hard as I can already. I'm too dumb for this stuff. I can't. Don't be so hard on yourself. I think we should get some rest for now. There must be something we can do. I'm sure of it. Sensei and I will try to think of something. You need to rest just as much as everyone else. You've been pushing yourself harder than any of us. I'll help think of a solution too. I can handle it, even while helping Koharu study. Like you said, we should all get some rest for now though. I guess so. Let's head to bed. Okay. Good night everyone. The Makeup Work Club continued to study hard every day in preparation for the third exam. Tomorrow's the big day. They aren't going to change the time and place again at the last second, are they? I've checked, and nothing's changed as of yet. It's still at the same time and place, but we have to score a 90 or higher too. Trinity Building 19, Classroom 32. It's on the outskirts of the district, but not unreasonably far away. The exam begins at 9 AM. Exactly as scheduled. The only strange thing I've noticed this week is how quiet the main campus has been. I haven't seen any students around at all. I'm gonna keep an eye on the notice board just in case. But you need to get a good night's sleep just like the rest of us. I'll be fine. It's the least I can do for everyone. Scoring a 90 or higher on any test can be hard, but maybe, just maybe, if all the questions seem familiar, then... That's just wishful thinking. I'm gonna cram all night this time. They can't fail me if I score 100 points. Just watch. That's true, Koharu, but I really think you should rest tonight. We all know how hard you've been working. Don't let it go to waste by being too tired to focus tomorrow. True. Your body needs to be just as prepared as your mind. This situation is dire, sure, but have faith in yourselves. Yes, Sensei. The fated day has changed, Azusa. It has? Tomorrow morning. Wait for further orders at the agreed point. Hold on, Sayori. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be... Is there a problem? Preparations are incomplete. Changing to an earlier date poses an immense risk. The decision is final. Trust your training and be ready, Azusa. The course of history will change tomorrow, for both Arius and Trinity. Don't lose sight of your mission. You are to destroy the halo of the Tea Party's leader, Kirifuji Nagisa. Nothing else matters. I know you can handle yourself. Just as you did with Seiya. Understood. I won't object any further. Hi, Sensei. I thought you might still be awake. Don't forget about me! What are you all doing in here? Threesome. Shouldn't you be asleep, Koharu? Look who's talking. Tomorrow's exam day for all of us. She's got us there. Azusa ran off somewhere from the looks of it too. I can get why she'd be anxious, but actually, I went out too. I met with some of my contacts from the sisterhood. There were a few things I was trying to figure out. It's about the building where we're scheduled to have our exam. Don't tell me they changed the location again. No, it's not that. I was told the entire Justice Task Force has been dispatched to defend the building. The Tea Party told them the building houses sensitive documents relating to the Eden Treaty and to protect it at any cost. The entire campus is under martial law. That explains why things have been so quiet. You can't be serious. Nothing like this has ever happened before. No one is being allowed to enter or leave campus until the Eden Treaty has been signed. Then how are we supposed to take our exam tomorrow? We'll essentially have to fight the entire Justice Task Force if we want to take the exam. That can't be right. I should try contacting Hasumi. I don't think that'll do any good. Hasumi and the others were likely kept in the dark about their orders' real purpose. She'd be disobeying orders if she helped us. Hasumi would be expelled from the Justice Task Force at the very least. Nagisa's not going to relent. She will do everything in her power to have the Makeup Work Club expelled. Is this all really necessary? Why is she so paranoid? It's because of me. Azusa? Where have you been? There's something I have to tell all of you. Are you sick or something? You look so pale. And you're shaking. There's something I've been hiding from you, but I can't hide it any longer. I'm the one Nagisa is looking for. I'm Trinity's traitor. What are you talking about? I originally attended Arius Satellite School. I was able to infiltrate Trinity because my documents were forged. Wait, what's Arius? Arius Satellite School was the faction that opposed the Trinity Alliance when it was formed many years ago. A lot of complications arose from that, and Arius has been in hiding ever since, as I understand it. That's correct. I'd never once left the Arius district in my life until I began this mission. My mission is to destroy Nagisa's halo. What? That means your mission is to kill her? Correct. Arius is determined to eliminate the Tea Party at all costs. Arius convinced Mika to place me at Trinity under the guise of reconciling relations between her two academies. They must have targeted her because of her inexperience and naivety. Mika isn't nearly as politically adept as Nagisa. They may have planned to pin the blame on her after the deed was done. I've heard Arius and Trinity were mortal enemies, but I never could have imagined that something like this was being plotted in this day and age. I get a lot is going on behind the scenes between Trinity and Arius, but what's it have to do with her club? Arius students will advance on Trinity tomorrow morning with their sights set on Nagisa, and I'm going to protect her. The campus is under martial law, but Nagisa has the entire Justice Task Force stationed at the building where we're supposed to have her exam. The main building will be practically defenseless. There's never been a better time for an attack. That's why Arius is striking now. Wait, something still doesn't make sense. You said your mission was to assassinate Nagisa. Why do you suddenly want to protect her? The Eden Treaty will fall through without Nagisa. If that happens, Kavodos will only plunge further into chaos, and more academies could suffer the same fate Arius has. Are you saying you're doing this for the sake of peace? You're being naive. What you're attempting is as foolish as the treaty itself, Azusa. You're a liar and a traitor. You hid your identity from Trinity and your true intentions from Arius. You've lied to everyone around you and deceived them into thinking you're someone you're not. Isn't that right? I told you before. I knew a day would come where I betray everything I've ever known. My friends, my faith, and my heart. I'm sorry. I understand if you despise me now. Welcome it even. Everything that's happening is my fault. That's not true, Azusa. We're in this crisis because Nagisa doesn't trust anyone. If only Nagisa had trusted the four of you. And if Mika had believed in Nagisa, then none of this would have happened. This is where being untrusting led us. Yes, I know, Sensei. I'm actually very aware of that. I also know it's nearly impossible to change someone as jaded as Nagisa. She had no faith in anyone but herself. Yet, the same can't be said about our little Azusa. She trusted us with the truth and apologized. She didn't even make excuses or become defensive when I pushed her buttons. Sorry I did that, but I couldn't help tease you when I saw your adorable and innocent expression. It was tugging on my heartstrings a little too tightly. It's strange. Our makeup work club has become the center of everything happening, and there's a great big spotlight exposing all of her dirty little secrets. Normally, you wouldn't expect a spy like Azusa to remain in the spotlight for very long. You could have disappeared without a trace weeks ago if you truly wanted to, and yet, you didn't. And I think I know why. It was because you were having so much fun. You enjoyed us studying together, eating together, even doing the laundry and cleaning together. You had fun every single time. You didn't want the fun times together to end. You reveled in us all working together towards the same goal. You've had fun learning beside your club mates and sensei. Isn't that right, Azusa? Well... Yes, you're right. I can't think of any other explanation. I enjoyed learning new things with each of you and sharing our lives, and I didn't want that to change. There's still so much more to learn and places we can go together, like the beach, festivals, and theme parks. I understand. I knew someone who felt the same way. She was so talented and adept. Everyone couldn't help but adore and praise the things she did. Splendid job, Urawa. That was a complex problem. Why not join us, Urawa? We're the only ones who can keep the tea party in check. Be ready, Hanako. There will almost certainly be a seat open for you at the tea party next year. She found Trinity General School to be a place replete with deception, prejudice, and hypocrisy. It was somewhere she couldn't open herself up to anyone or be her true self. Everything felt so meaningless to her, so she tried her hardest to drop out of the academy. For her, it was like breaking out of prison. You're a much different girl than she was, Azusa. Perhaps better even. Come to think of it, you completing this mission would mean the end of your academy life, wouldn't it? You enrolled under false pretenses and planned to betray the place you originally came from. You'll have nowhere to return once this is over. You knew that was inevitable, yet you still worked your heart out well in the makeup work club. That other girl tanked her exams on purpose so she could run away, while you dedicated yourself to the fullest. Why? Why try so hard? You said it yourself. Vanitas vanitatum. Vanity of vanities. Everything is in vain. There is undoubtedly some truth in those words, and yet that's not all you said. There was something else you added at the end. Even if everything is in vain, there's no reason we shouldn't give life our all. It was then that the girl I spoke of realized something. She realized how much fun academy life can truly be. Cleaning the swimming pool in her underwear, going out for a midnight stroll in nothing but her swimsuit, having a symposium with her friends as they wore absolutely nothing at all. It was so much fun. That's not how I recall most of those. It was a swimsuit symposium. We were wearing our swimsuits. So you did clean the pool in your panties. You admit it. It turns out that the girl isn't so different from you after all, Azusa. So even if everything is in vain, I don't think we should give up just yet. Your mission is our mission. We'll protect Kirifuji Nagisa from Arius' attack, and then we're going to take her exam and pass. That witch won't have any complaints once we do that. We'll pass, even with all the ridiculous conditions that she's placed on us. I'll devise the plan. All you have to do is follow instructions and give your all. Now let's show them what we're made of. Let's go? Let's go? Okay, I'm gonna wrap that one up here just because I feel like stuff's about to kick off in this next episode. So I'm gonna save all the juicy stuff for the next video. A little bit of a plot twist. I know Mika told us that Azusa was the traitor and we kind of like knew that, but I didn't think she was gonna outright try and kill Nagisa or that that was her plan, her mission. Oh, and also another thing I wanted to say, someone left a comment on the last video saying that there was a translation error or like just a weirdly translated part. When Sensei is talking to Nagisa, she basically just comes across as evil and that she wants to rule Trinity take over the world. You know, just get rid of the Makeup Work Club. Don't care about them. But in Japanese, it comes across more that she's crazy, and I've heard that a lot as well before, that apparently there is quite a few really bad translations. I guess sometimes Japanese just doesn't translate well to English. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of like it's weird that people do that people try to take matters into their own hands to translate stuff in a more politically correct way, or I don't know. That's a topic for a different video. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.